illusion of a perfect existence. Bed before 11, up at 7. 1 coffee a day. 3 fruit, 5 veg. Fewer cigarettes, less booze. You exercise daily. Each generation has its troubles to overcome. Busyness will kill us. When do you have fun? Busy day in, day out for weeks. 1 free evening and we ruin our livers to forget. Busyness will kill us. Busyness will kill us. Is it possible to fall in love as you did at first? Shoulders. A monster holding my life tightly with both hands. Here's my heart, all of it. It's bruised, but it still beats. Heads or tails? Heads or tails? Pick the side of the coin to your best advantage. Bend the truth to remain true to your cause. An ongoing circus juggling power and wealth. Narcissistic traits destroy. What takes place first? The final destruction of the apostles or the killing of the world's largest reef? Half dead but good for the economy. Rolled into one when thinking of the arts, don't forget transport infrastructure. Slowed out by years of struggle, coal is the currency of Canberra. A disappearing coastline, inhumane policies to keep a nation wealthy and white. Are you still sentimental about your strong views on climate change? Where are the yams? This country's traumatized. PD said women seeking asylum fake claims of sexual and physical assault. Fuck you! Not to cause a state are the occasions that men, intellectual men, clever men, insist on playing devil's advocate. Desirous of a debate on some aspect of feminist theory or reproductive rights, or some other subjects generally fall under the heading women's issues. These intellectual, clever, engaged men want to endlessly probe my argument for weaknesses, want to wrestle over details, want to argue just for fun. And they wonder, these intellectual, clever, engaged men, why my voice keeps raising and why my face is flushed. And why, after fighting my corner for an hour, hot tears went down the corner of my eyes. Why do you have to take your stuff so personally? Ask the clever, intellectual and intelligent men who have never considered that the context of this abstract exercise that is so much fun for them is the stuff of my life. Men.
Okay, hello.
Hey.
I'm very happy to be able to talk to you about your work and that you take part in the video sessions.
Thanks for having me.
On your website you mention, or it is mentioned, I don't know if you mentioned, that you bring a new tone to universal topics, to a couple of universal topics. And the two ones I got stuck on were social structures and feminism. And then on the other hand, I also wrote that you kind of combine performing and teaching young drummers.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm a drum teacher
and I'm teaching a full range. My youngest is 6 and the oldest is in her 60s. And this is a few days a week. And and then I'm also performing, and I'm really fortunate to teach a lot of young girls. The girls who are 10 years old or younger. Some of them start when they're 7. When I was 7 years old, this wasn't a possibility for me. So I feel like slowly we're like changing the statistics for female drummers. And then, I mean, feminism is something that I've always been a part of or been drawn to, and I think, especially through music, and especially as a drummer, you're always the minority if you're a female drummer. So I thought, okay, I can play drums and I can write some lyrics or spoken word, and then I can put them together and this can be my performance, because I feel like being in bands for so many years, as a drummer you don't really have a vocal voice. So this is my one project where I put it all together.
In your solo project,
Exactly,
where you do spoken word and play drums. When did you start to play drums?
I started at the very end of high school, and then I guess I was 17, and then I went on to study classical percussion. But the degree was a lot of guys who could play really fast and been playing from a very young age. So when I finished uni, I didn't really play anymore. Then I moved to South Korea, just for fun. And then there I found a drum kit and I thought, okay, I can start to play and I can teach myself. And then that was in 2012. So it was really 2012 that I started becoming serious about it, I would say. Yeah.
And do you think, I mean, what do you see as a need for the scene, or what do you see as a need for the future of female drummers, actually, to stick with this?
I think we've come a long way. I really do. But I still think we need to focus more on safe spaces and making sure. I think there are more and more women who are performing, but I also know a lot of people who don't want to perform because you have to get home late at night, people don't want to catch the train home, and to create safe spaces where people feel that they can explore their musicality, where there's not this standard that people need to reach at the beginning. So if we can create an atmosphere where people can like grow and learn whatever music means to them, rather than holding people at a certain level always.
So do you encourage your pupils to write their own music?
Yeah, of course, yeah. This is the best thing about my job. Everyone has a different reason to want to play drums, and I think it's somewhat different to other instruments in that when you start, you can excel really quickly. So you use big muscle groups, you can learn how to play a few beats, and then you can play a song already after a few months. So especially with my older teenagers or my adult students, they often play in bands now and they all write original music. And I feel like the mum going to these concerts.
And do you know many of them who are singing with the
Not
drums?
so many. There are a few drummers who do sing, and I take my hat off to them because I can't sing. But it's not so common, and I think it's not so common for many reasons. But I guess the coordination is one, and also you don't have anything to pitch to. So if you're playing guitar or piano, it's really easy to pitch. But with drums, you're kind of on your own.
Yeah. Then you're kind of a duo in one person, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's next level splitting of your brain.
Yeah, exactly. And it's already such a big split anyways.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
talking more about structure, I was also reading that you're part of a collective, or no, you're part of Bang On, or you founded Bang On. I don't know. Would you tell a little bit about that?
Sure. So it started when I first moved to Berlin, and at the time I was involved in the collective running a music venue, and then they had a quota for women to perform, and I thought like this is somewhere I can feel safe in, and I want to put on shows in this DIY context. And so we put on a show every month with 3 bands. The turnout was really good. It was very friendly. Everyone who came was great. So then that happened for the first 2 years, and it was every month. And then after this, it became a bit much to run. It was just me and one other running it. And then now we're a festival, and we've had the first and second festival. The third one was meant to be in April, but Corona, yeah. But yeah, now it's a festival with usually 8 acts. And then we also now, because we're quite a big community in terms of people who reach out to us or who know who we are, we also try and connect people. So people might say like, oh, I want a female bass teacher, or I'm looking for a guitarist for my band, and I'll try and connect the people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you already have future plans for the festival, or are you at the moment taking the time to...
I'm taking the time to work out how to do it, but I would like to do something this year. And I think the venue we run it at is open again.
Which one is it?
It's at Zukunft at Ostkreuz, but they're just doing the cinema at the moment, but they have a garden. So maybe, keep listening. Maybe there'll be something in 2020.
Okay, very nice. Yes, we'll do.
Yeah.
So, unless you want to tell something more?
No.
Okay.
Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you so much for coming.